Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
We bought this site in September of 2019. And it wasn't a great time for us to be buying the business since we had other projects, but this seemed like too good of an opportunity to pass on. We found some technical partners to be operators of the site. And during the negotiation process, we realized that the partners we had planned on working with weren't going to be a good fit. But we really liked the opportunity, so we proceeded to purchase it anyway. We had taken some SEO courses prior to this, so we kind of understood the opportunity of monetizing the existing traffic with display ads. And after we closed on the business, we got into AdThrive pretty quickly and started monetizing. We tried interviewing a few agencies and consultants, but couldn't really find someone who seemed like a good fit. And as a result, we just treated the site like an annuity for several years and cash flowed without doing very much to the site. In 2022, the traffic was declining and we had some other projects wrap up. So we got some additional bandwidth to focus more on this site and got a bit more serious about it. We found a good writer / SEO who's still with us and started revising the existing content around May of 2022. We focused on the revisions until late Q3, early Q4, where we shifted our focus to publishing new content. We also fixed site speed and technical issues, and that's when things really took off. This has been a side hustle for us, so we feel like we've left a lot of money on the table by not doing any email marketing, no social media of any significance, or e-commerce. So we feel like there's a lot of meat left on the bone for a new buyer.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
We're selling this business so that we can put all of our focus on our main business.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Right now, the main work that we're doing is keyword research for one of our writers and getting topics over to our second writer. Once they're complete, we take those pieces of work and give it to our VA who creates a publisher brief. Then we get that to our publisher. All in all, we're spending about 2 to 4 hours a week on this business.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
The largest growth opportunity is in e-commerce. This site used to do over $1 million in sales a year before the previous owners retired, and things were far from optimized for them. With the domain authority that we have, there's a huge opportunity to outrank the competition in the verticals that we already rank for or have ranked for in the past. Here's a few examples: hydroponics, grow supplies, greenhouses, plants, trees, gardening supplies, and beneficial insects. If you look at the competitors in those verticals, they have much lower DR than we do. So we feel like it would be pretty easy to outrank those competitors. Other growth opportunities would be scaling the publishing velocity. Currently, we're only doing about an article a day. Email marketing could be really big, and that's something we're not doing any of. Selling courses, and doing more on social media, which we're barely doing anything on social right now, partnering with influencers to create content and split ad revenue. And since we're on Raptive Platinum, there's no page view requirement for additional sites. So we could partner with smaller sites, get them onto Raptive Platinum for a revenue share.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The biggest risk with this business, or this business model in general, is Google updates and algorithm changes.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
We're willing to offer phone, email, or Zoom support for 30 days. And after that, we really want to see the buyer succeed. So we're pretty negotiable depending on our availability, but usually email is pretty easy for us. So we can extend that for as long as the buyer feels comfortable.
Got it. And regarding the sale of the business, would you agree to a non-compete?
We can commit to the non-compete. We have no plans of launching or acquiring any similar businesses.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
We could be open to an earn-out payment structure or seller financing, just depending on the overall offer and terms involved.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
If you're interested in businesses that monetize from SEO, I don't think that there are that many better opportunities out there. We have a domain that's older than Google. Our DR is 73, and that gives you opportunities, especially in the verticals that we could be doing e-commerce in, to outrank the competition and scale the publishing operations to a much higher level.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.